2022 marks the 5th anniversary of the Quebec City mosque attack when a gunman killed 6 Muslim men, injured 19 others, and left an entire country reeling. Just before 8 p.m. on January 29, 2017, 27-year-old Alexandre Bissonnette entered the Islamic Cultural Center in Quebec City. He opened fire on worshippers during evening prayers. It lasted about 2 minutes. The event, one of the deadliest mass shootings in Canadian history. The lives taken that night: 57-year-old grocery owner Azzedine Soufiane, 44-year-old pharmacy technician Abu Bakr Tabti, 60-year-old professor Khaled Belkacemi, 41-year-old computer analyst Abdel Karim Hassan, 42-year-old accounting technician Mamadou Tanoubari, 39-year-old government IT worker Ibrahim Abari, all husbands and fathers, leaving wives and 17 children behind. Bissonnette fled the scene, but later called 911 to say he wanted to cooperate with police and was arrested soon afterwards. Police initially arrested 2 suspects, but it would soon become clear the sole suspect was Alexandre Bissonnette. During the police investigation, they found the shooter consumed Islamophobic and far-right anti-immigrant literature online. On January 30th, 2017, Canadians mourned the tragedy, holding vigils across the country in memory of the victims and in support of their families. Funerals were held in the days that followed. Imam Hassan Guillet presided over a few, sparking international attention when he said the enemy is not Alexandre Bissonnette, but ignorance. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau called the massacre a cowardly terrorist attack, but it was only 4 years later that the federal government announced January 29th would be the National Day of Remembrance of the Quebec mosque attack and of action against Islamophobia. In March 2018, Bissonnette asked for forgiveness and pled guilty to all 6 counts of first-degree murder and 6 counts of attempted murder with a restricted firearm. In February 2019, he was sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole for 40 years. But a month later, his legal team appealed, calling the sentence too harsh. In November 2020, Quebec's Court of Appeal found 40 years without parole to be unconstitutionally cruel and unusual punishment. The sentence was adjusted to life in prison with no possibility of parole for 25 years. That decision is being challenged and will be heard in front of the Supreme Court of Canada in March.
It is not an average crime. It is something that we have to remind ourselves that it should be never again happening.
Groups call for stricter gun laws on the 5th anniversary of the Quebec City mosque attack.